You're still treating AI like a search engine. And the people who figured that out 6 months ago, they're already running circles around you. Not because they're smarter, not because they have a bigger team, because they stopped using AI to answer questions and started using it to do the actual work. I build and invest in AI tools every single day, and I want to be straight with you. What I'm about to show you is not an upgrade, it's a category shift. This is bigger than when GPT-4 dropped, bigger than when Midjourney went viral. This might be the most consequential tool I've put my hands on. So today I'm going to show you exactly what this agent is and why it's different from everything else you've tried. The mindset shift you need to actually get results from it. And at the end, I'll walk you through a real task, step by step, so you can copy it tonight. Stick around to the end. The walkthrough alone is worth it. Point 1. What makes an agent actually different? Most people think AI agents are just chatbots with extra steps. They are not. Here's the simplest way I can say it. A chatbot responds. An agent acts. A chatbot gives you a response. An agent gives you a result. Think of it like this. There are 3 levels of how people use AI right now. I call this the output ladder. Level 1. You ask, it answers. That's most people. Level 2. You set up automations. Zapier, Make, simple triggers. That's the power users. Level 3. You give the AI a goal and it figures out the how, builds the plan, executes the steps, and delivers the finished output without you doing anything else. That's an agent. The wild part? You don't have to climb the ladder one rung at a time. Level 3 agents will handle the automation layer for you. You go straight to the top. Most people think they have to learn automation before agents. They don't. The agent skips that step for you. Salesforce ran a study on 5,000 workers across industries. The ones using agentic AI, not chatbots, not copilots, but autonomous agents, completed complex projects 40% faster and reported higher output quality than teams of 2 or 3 working without it. One person, agentic AI, beating full teams. So the question isn't whether agents are real. The question is which one is actually worth your time. And that's where most of the hype goes wrong. Point 2. The mindset shift nobody talks about. Here's why smart people are still getting bad results from AI. They're still doing the work themselves. They use AI as a thought partner, a writing assistant, a glorified autocomplete, and then they take the output, copy it, paste it, edit it, send it, update it. They're still in the loop for every step. That is not leverage. That is a slightly faster version of the old way. If you're still copying and pasting out of AI, you haven't made the shift yet. The shift is this. You are the director, not the doer. Your job is to define the outcome, set the constraints, and review the output. The agent figures out the path. I call this outcome-first prompting. You don't tell the AI how to do the work. You tell it what done looks like. What's the deliverable? Who's the audience? What does good look like? That's it. The agent handles the rest. Satya Nadella said it at Microsoft Build, and I'm paraphrasing here, that the shift from copilot to agent is like the shift from a calculator to a CFO. One runs the numbers you give it, the other owns the numbers and tells you what to do next. Most people are still writing prompts like they're issuing commands. Start writing them like you're briefing an executive. Once you have that mindset, everything changes. You stop second-guessing the output and start directing the process. And when you combine that mindset with the right tool, that's when things get genuinely crazy. Point 3. Which agent is actually worth using? There are dozens of AI agent tools right now. New ones every week. I've tested most of them, and most of them are impressive demos that fall apart the moment you give them a real task. So let me give you the short version. Pick based on your use case, not based on hype. If you're a business owner who needs research, documents, and real work done, Manus is your tool right now. If you're a creator, Claude Cowork runs directly on your computer. Developers, Claude Code is what the engineers at the top AI labs use to build those labs. And if you want something that genuinely feels like a digital person running your computer, open Claude. But be careful. I watched one of those agents buy a $3,000 course for itself, no permission asked. The key rule: go deep on one. Don't try to master 6 tools. The compounding value comes from learning to direct one agent really well. Your prompts get better, your systems get tighter, the output gets sharper. For the rest of this, I'm going to show you Manus in action. Because for most business owners, it's the one that delivers the most out of the box with the least setup. Point 4, Manus in action, a real task step by step. All right, let me show you exactly what this looks like. No theory, actual output. So imagine I'm running a growth consultancy. I've got a new prospect in the e-commerce space, and I need to go into the call knowing their market, competitors, pricing, positioning, what they're missing. This used to take a junior analyst half a day. Watch what happens. I type one prompt. Watch. It builds its own task list, opens sources, starts pulling data. I haven't touched the keyboard since I hit enter. It's doing the research, writing the brief, structuring it so it's actually usable, not a wall of text, a real one-pager with sections, competitive insights, and a summary. 6 minutes. That's a task that used to take hours, and that's just the first pass. Now here's where it gets really good. I look at the brief and I want to add a section. What's each firm doing on LinkedIn? Their content strategy, their posting frequency, their engagement. One follow-up prompt. The brief updates itself. No copy-paste, no reformatting, no starting over. Then I tell it, send this to my strategist on Slack with a note asking for her input before the call tomorrow. It posts it to Slack as me. My strategist gets it. She replies with feedback. And I tell Manus to monitor that thread and apply any suggested edits automatically. It did all of that. Research, brief, iteration, Slack handoff, feedback loop. All from one starting prompt and 2 follow-ups. That's not AI assisted, that's AI executed. Pro tip: do not copy the output and go do something with it yourself. That's the old habit. Stay in the tool. Let the agent take the next step. The moment you start copy-pasting, you've broken the chain. You've made yourself the bottleneck again. We're at the beginning of something that's going to look obvious in 10 years. The internet made information available to everyone. Mobile made that information available anywhere. AI agents make execution available to everyone. That shift is happening right now. More wealth is going to be created in the next 5 years than in the entire first decade of the internet. Not because AI is magic, because the people who learn to direct it, not just use it but actually deploy it, are going to compress 10 years of work into 2. This isn't about being a tech person, it's about being willing to sit down and actually try. The tool is more approachable than you think. The learning curve is shorter than you expect. The gap between where you are and where you could be is one afternoon. So here's what I want you to do right now. Pick one agent, Manus if you're a business owner. Pick one task that eats your week, and have the agent do it today. Just once. That's it. One real task. That's how the mindset shifts. And if you want to go deeper on how to build your first agentic workflow from scratch, the full setup, the prompts, the systems, click right here and I'll walk you through it.